Mic check. Test, test, test.
To mute. To mute. Okay.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Derby Twins Baseball. Having a little problems with our setup here on our audio system here, but we think we got it right. I guess if you can't hear me, I can't tell you not to text me and let me know, but if you can hear me, how about that? If you can't hear me, give me an audio, give me a text, 316-992-3623. Let me know you can hear me. We just started the game. We had the first batter for the Diamond Kings walked. The second batter hit a line drive to the shortstop, who turned it into a double play. So there's 2 outs in the top of the first inning, with the hitter being, oh gosh, let's see. The hitter is Landon Haynes. We'll try to get you caught up here as soon as we can have a minute. Next pitching for the Twins is Harrison Aquero tonight, starting first pitch, or is it 2-2? It counts 2-2 on Haynes. And a call strike 3 on an off-speed curveball, and that retires the side for the Diamond Kings in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After a half inning, the Twins are coming up, and there is no score.
Foul ball sponsors tonight are Shelton Collision Repair, located at 325 West Main Street, right here in Derby, and K&S Liquor, located at 1821 East Main.
Maybe all this was caused by a change in the weather. I don't know, but here about an hour and a half ago, the front finally went through here. We haven't got any rain, so to speak, but it was heated and very humid today up until about an hour and a half ago. Now the wind has come back, and the front has went through, and we went from a wind blowing out to a left field with a gusty wind blowing in from basically center field right now. It looks like maybe left center field, blowing straight into home plate. So this will be a game that you're not going to see, I don't think, too many home runs, unless you might be able to see one in the right field, but it's going to be a different kind of a ball game tonight. Temperature probably in the high 80s at the present time. It's supposed to go down into the mid 60s tonight overnight, but they were calling for some rain. I don't know whether they took that out of the forecast or not, but we'll wait and see. It doesn't look like any rains nearby to here, though. We'll go over the starting lineup for the Twins. First, leading off in left field, number 2, Tyler Otts. Batting second. At third base tonight, number 5, Caden Richards. Hitting third. In center field, number 21, Braden Lukart. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot at first base tonight, number 10, Mitch Birdsall. DHing tonight, number 14, Holden Pantier. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 8, Kyler Warren. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 15, Richard Gutierrez. Batting eighth in right field, number 35, Nolan Herchok. And batting ninth at second base will be Bryce Hampton, number 4. And again, I told you, Harris Aquero is on the hill for the Twins tonight. And as we start the bottom of the first inning, Tyler Ott steps in. Tyler's back in the leadoff position tonight. He's playing left field. And number 2, you'll notice the Twins are wearing their green jerseys for the first time. It's kind of an alternative look here. Everything Derby, as far as the high school and anything as far as the city, is green and white. It's really a forest green. Then they've lightened it up in certain areas, but there's a line drive foul, and it's 1-1. So we're wearing what we would call our alternative jerseys tonight at the request of pitcher Harrison Aquero, and it's the first time we've brought him out so far this year. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Twins in their white pants. Green jerseys trimmed in white and silver. Here comes the pitch. Outside, and we go 2-2. I'll give you the Diamond Kings lineup at the start of the second inning. There it comes. There's a ground ball off the pitcher. He's going to make the play on it over to first, and Tyler Otts is the first out of the first inning. Score that 1-3.
Third baseman number 5, Caden.
Here's Caden Richards. I dropped him down to the 2-hole tonight to see if that makes a difference. He's kind of been, I wouldn't say slumping a little bit, but he hasn't really hit the ball hard recently. First pitch, curveball in there, or excuse me, low for ball 1. There comes the pitch, high, ball 2. I would say the wind's probably gusting maybe 25 to 30 miles an hour. Now it's coming straight out of left field. Ball 3 on a fastball inside. And the count goes to 3-0. And ball 4, and Caden Richards, walks on 4 pitches. Let's bring up center fielder Braden Lucart. The Twins played at down in Wellington last night. I'm not sure if that game was even broadcast by Wellington. I'm not sure if it was or not, but Braden had a 3-run homer last night. Here's the first pitch to Braden Lucart. There's a line drive over left field. It is right at the left fielder as the wind kind of held that one up. As it took off well, he hit it on the nose, but the wind kind of played with it a little bit and knocked it down. And there's 2 outs.
First baseman number 10, Mitchell Birdsall.
Here's Mitchell Birdsall. He had a solo homer last night down in Wellington. Playing first base tonight. Steps in. Here's the first pitch coming to Mitch. Fastball in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Fly ball is not your friend tonight if you're on offense. And there comes the pitch. Outside and low, ball 1. Ground ball foul, and the count is 1-2. One-two pitch on its way. There's the pitch. It's ball 2, and on the pitch, Caden Richards. Wait a minute. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure what happened. May have been some interference. Maybe someone stepping over the plate. I'm not really sure exactly what happened. That's the 3rd time that's happened against the Twins this summer. I'm not. Or did he call it a strike? Well, for anyway, the inning's over. So after 1, no score against the Diamond Kings. I'm going to bring you up to date with the Diamond Kings lineup. The leadoff hitter was Jackson Ellison, shortstop. The second hitter, Brady Boonsma, playing second base. And the third hitter was Landon Haynes. He's pitching and also the DH tonight. Batting 4th is Jordan Ellison, the first baseman. Batting 5th is Gunnar Hewitt, the right fielder. Batting 6th, the third baseman, Carlos Arriaga. Batting 7th, the catcher, Carson Smith. Batting 8th, Mason Cherry, the center fielder. And batting 9th, the left fielder, Luke Stuckey. See Sandy at the concession stand. If you are a host Here comes Jordan Ellison, first baseman tonight, wearing 23, right-handed hitter. We'll set the Twins defense for you going around the infield. We got Richards at third base, Warren at shortstop, Hampton at second, and Birdsall at first. Here's the first pitch. Low, ball one. In left field is Tyler Otts. In center field is Braden Lucart. And in right field tonight is Nolan Herchok. Next pitch, fouled straight back. The catcher tonight is Richard Gutierrez. And on the mound, Harrison Aquero making the start tonight. Aquero's got his signal. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch is fouled right back to the screen, and we stay still at 1 and 2. Like I said earlier, an hour and a half ago, it was real steamy and probably in the mid-90s. 1-2 pitch on the way. And did he go? And they're not going to appeal, so I guess not. Count goes to 2 and 2. I think with these umpires, I think you got to appeal every time a guy even makes an attempt at it. The catcher ought to be appealing. Here it comes. Ground ball foul, and he was just trying to stay alive in that one. Three and 2 Saturday night at Derby, Kansas. Got a few parents, I believe, are showed up tonight. We'll see what's going on as we get farther into the week. Swing and a miss, and the throw to first base on a drop for third strike, and Ellison is out on a strikeout. For the first out. Here's Gunnar Hewitt, right fielder, left-handed hitter. Twins are playing basically straight away for the most part. Off-speed pitch, high, ball 1. Ground ball, second baseman. Up with it is Hampton, over to first. And that's the second out. So 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the second. Here's Carlos Arriaga, pretty good sized kid stepping in there, number 44. Playing at the corner over at third tonight. Here's Harrison's first pitch. Curveball drops in there off speed for a strike. Another curveball, strike 2, swing and a miss. That one wasn't very close as far as even making any contact would be concerned. 0 and 2. And he struck him out. So that's all for the Diamond Kings in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And we go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check out our Derby Twins apparel available at the product table. Our Derby Twin intern's Jack and Brady will be glad to help you with your purchase. We'd like to thank our game sponsor again, Mulvane Family Med Center. Mulvane Family Med Center is a family medicine location where primary care physicians are trained to meet the diverse health needs of children and families. Call Mulvane Family Med Center at 316-777-0176 or visit them in Mulvane at 1004 Southeast Lewis Drive.
With the way this wind is blowing in, coming straight in tonight at a pretty good clip, runs are going to be a premium, I got a feeling. It's not going to be a 17 to 15 game by any stretch of the imagination, I don't think. Be a good game for the fans to watch, as it is pretty nice out there. The Twins will have their 4, 5, and their 5, 6, and 7 hitters, excuse me. Holden Pantier, who's been hitting the ball pretty well here lately, will step in. He's DHing tonight. First pitch to Holden is high, ball 1. Gonna have to be fairly selective tonight on your swings, I think. High inside, ball 2. Inside, ball 3, 3-0. Good to have the leadoff runner on if we can make it. Three-zero pitch in for a strike. Ground ball foul outside of first base.
Once again, that foul ball sponsor is Shelton Collision Repair, located at 325 West Patriot, right here in Derby.
And the pitch, ball 4, and that's the leadoff man on. Kyler Warren will step in next, playing shortstop tonight.
Number 8, Kyler Warren.
First pitch in there for a strike. Inside, ball 1. Throw over to first base, Pantier back in. Looking forward to meeting some of the families coming in over the next week. I know there's a few here tonight, I believe. There was the Herchocks were down in Wellington last night. Saw them. Here's the pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. And throw over to first base and back safely on his belly is Holden Pantier. Good count to do something here. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but it's a good count to do it. Pantier leads the way. Ball outside, 3-1. This is a good count to do something like hit and run or bunt and run. 3-1 pitch coming up. There goes Pantier. Nope, he got caught. He almost was caught off. He started to go and he stopped. Kind of out in no man's land. Had to really hustle back in the play. Was really put pretty close as the catcher threw behind him and almost got him. 3-2 over to first base, and it's close too, but he's safe. So need to be paying attention here. Hopefully we can get something going. Here's the stretch. Here comes the full count pitch. Pop foul out of play, and Pantier was moving. So we'll do it again. Full count on Kyler Warren, the pride of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over over to second for one. And the throw to first, he is safe. Close play. And that'll be fielder's choice.
Now batting for your Derby Twins, the catcher, number 15, Richard Gutierrez.
Here's Richard Gutierrez stepping in, catcher. Here's the pitch. A little bit inside, ball one. Comes a 1-0 pitch. Ground ball into left field by the third baseman. That'll be a base hit. And runners on first and second. So, got a little something going here.
The right fielder, number 35, Nolan Herchak.
Here's Nolan Herchak playing right field tonight. Left-handed hitter. Wearing 35. We'll see what he can do here. Here's the stretch from the belt to pitch. Ground ball. Over to second for one. Over to first, and he can't handle it. It gets away. It goes to the backstop or to the fence. And coming in to score is Kyler Warren, and going to second base is Nolan Herchak. That'll be a throwing error on the second baseman. And that'll be no RBI, but the run does score. And standing at second base is Nolan Herchak. Here's Bryce Hampton. So the Twins pick up a run, and a little conversation. The Diamond Kings coach isn't very happy. He was talking to the umpire. I think maybe he thought that there was a little bit of interference. There's been a lot of interference called against the Twins this year in various stages. And stepping in will be the second baseman, number 4, Bryce Hampton. The runner at second base. Be a nice run to have in. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, second base on the first pitch. He's got it. Throws over to first base, and that's all for the Twins in the bottom of the second. But they did come up with a run. 1 run on a hit. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the top of the third inning with the Twins leading 1-0, and we'll be right back in a few seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Twin staff have been scouring the parking lot, looking for tonight's Dirtiest Car in the Lot. Tonight's Dirtiest Car contest is sponsored by Liberty Car Wash. If you're the owner of tonight's Dirtiest Car, please stop by the Twins product table to claim your tokens for a free car wash. Tonight, the dirtiest car in the lot is a black Chevy Silverado.
Okay, we're back here for the top of the third inning. I want to remind you, tomorrow night is the League All-Star game. It'll be played downtown Wichita, not too far away from here, about 6 or 7 miles. And it'll start at 6 o'clock. The league is divided up in 2 teams, and the 1 team that the Twins represent. We have 8 of our players going to the All-Star game. It'll be pitchers Aiden Dugan, Alejandro Venegas, and Kenny Fissler. Also, catcher, or not catcher, basically just an infielder and DH, Mitchell Birdsall. Caden Richards will be playing infield and going tomorrow night, along with outfielders McKinney Navarro, who won't play because he is injured and out for the summer, and Nolan Herchak was chosen to replace him. So they'll have 8 guys represented, and McKinney, McConney will be recognized tomorrow night too. So it'll be at 6 o'clock at the Riverfront Stadium in Wichita, which is the Minnesota Twins AA stadium. Nice place to play, and it's a nice place to watch a ball game. That's tomorrow night at 6. After that, family activity. We'll meet at Little Buster's down in Derby for a little meet and greet, maybe a little eating after the game. I think it goes from maybe 9:30 to 11 or something in that vicinity. Leading off is Carson Smith, the catcher. First pitch from Harrison Aquaro is a strike. Right-handed hitter. Here, wind up and pitch. Strike 2, swing and a miss. 0-2. Diamond Kings, no runs, no hits in an error. Twins, 1 run, 1 hit. No errors. Outside ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. We're starting the top of the 3rd inning here at Panther Field. And a curveball, strike 3. He is out of there, and around the horn the ball goes. For the first out of the 3rd inning. 4th strikeout for Aquaro. Here's Mason Cherry, the center fielder, batting from the left side. First pitch on the way, low ball. Twins will take tomorrow night off for the All-Star game, have Monday off, and start a series 2-game set with Hutchinson on Tuesday night over in Hutchinson, and be back here for the 2nd game of that series on Wednesday night. Two and 0 on Cherry. Here's the pitch. Ball 3, a little out, maybe a touch high. 3-0. Come on, Harrison, let's mow this guy down. And ball 4, first base on balls. Actually, that's the 2nd base on balls for the Diamond Kings tonight.
The left fielder, number 9, Luke Stuckey.
Here's left fielder Luke Stuckey, I guess I would say, stepping in, right-handed hitter. Mason Cherry leads away at first base. Harrison looks over at him, comes set. And a throw over to first base, and he's back safely. Got a little action out, left-hander out in the Diamond Kings bullpen. Can't really tell who it is. I don't know if he's just getting loose or if he's actually warming up. Here's the stretch, the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Double play ball looked pretty good right here. Here is the pitch. High, and inside ball 2, and all of a sudden, Harrison Aquaro is having a little bit of trouble getting the ball over the plate. After striking out the first hitter to lead off the inning, here comes the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. And it's 2-1. Twins going for their 6th straight victory. That's a season high. Two and 1 pitch. No, it gets away. A throw, bad throw to first base, and first baseman can't come up with it. Going over there is Herchuk, and the runner will go all the way from first to third. And it was a bad throw by the pitcher. It's an error on the pitcher. The ball was in the dirt and on the other side of the runner. And that puts runner at third base with one out. Counts till 2-1. You know, I think that the infield might come in. They don't appear, well, they're coming in a little bit. First base and third base are even with the bag. I would think they'd bring in the shortstop and the second baseman. And there's a foul ball backing out of play. Been here in Derby for a long time, and anytime the wind blows in from left field, it's a low-scoring game. Here comes the pitch. And he struck him out. Comes back from 2-0 to strike out the hitter on Luke Stuckey on the third strike. And there's 2 out. And we go back to the top of the order, and left-handed hitter Jackson Ellison, who walked his first time, steps in. Shortstop. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball 1. Quero's got his sign. He's dealing. And high, a little outside. Ball 2. This is where he was with the last hitter, and he came back and struck him out on 3 pitches. Three and 0. Is this a intentional walk? Yeah. There's the pitch. And it may have been, but it's ball 4. It's the third base on ball. It's the second for Ellison. And going out to the mound is pitching coach Andrew Prevey. And so runners at first and third at the corners with 2 out. And Brady Boomsma steps in. He lined out to the shortstop into a double play his first time up. All the infield's gathering around, and we are blessed and fortunate to have Lucas Ward, twin starting pitcher from Cuesta College, sitting up here tonight with us, keeping score on the scoreboard. Drinking his gallon of water. It's the name of the game, hydration. Okay, Prevey retreats back to the bench after some instruction or encouragement to Harrison Aquero, and we got runners at first and third with Brady Boomsma in the batter's box. First pitch drops in there for a strike, curveball. Twins defense needs to come up with a play here. There goes the runner. And we won't throw, and I'm not sure where that pitch was at, but it was called a ball. So now there's runners on second and third with 2 out. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Boomsma. Ball 2. That's low. Diamond Kings are threatening. 2 out in the top of the third. Counts 2-1 on Boomsma. Drops in there, curveball in there for a strike that counts 2-2. Boomsma again lined out to the shortstop, turned it into a double play his first time in the first inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. So we've gone as far as we can go with Brady Boomsma, and Harrison Aquero would like to throw a strike right here and get him out. It's into the stretch. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he called him out on a curveball that broke around letter high over the plate. Boomsma didn't really like it. He thought he was going to first base, but that's not what happened. It was a called strike 3, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the top of the third. There was no runs on no hits, 1 Twins error, and 2 men left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the third inning with the Twins leading 1-0.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor once again, Mulvane Family Med Center. Dr. Comer at Mulvane Family Med Center has been the Derby Twins doctor for over 10 years. We welcome his expertise with our players. Call Mulvane Family Med Center at 316-777-0176, or visit them in Mulvane at 1004 Southeast Lewis Drive.
We'll have our parents' weekend going here. I say weekend; it's usually a weekend, but we've made it. It's going to be a week. A little over a week this year. Started really last night is when the 28th, I believe, and we know we had the Hershocks. They were down in Wellington last night watching Nate pitch, and Nolan was in right field here, and there's more in town today. Your parents coming, Lucas? Can't make it. Okay. Lucas's grandparents are going to make it. Where are they from? Okay. All right. That's not too far. Yep. Decent crowd on hand tonight. Good to see those family, Jim Mackey and assistant host Rhonda McAdoo in the audience tonight. Jim had a little health scare with a heat stroke and a little AFib activity, but he's feeling a lot better now. Here's the first pitch to Tyler Otts, top of the lineup, and it's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Strike 1. And the second pitch in there, swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 on Tyler Otts. Caden Richards on deck. Line drive foul to left side and out of play. And the count's 0-2 still. Here comes the pitch. And he struck him out swinging. And that'll be strikeout number 2. For Landon Haynes. Here's Caden Richards playing third base tonight. Steps in. Right-handed hitter. First pitch, high and inside, ball 1. There's a swing and a foul off to the right side of first base, and out of play. Caden Richards, good-looking right-handed hitter from Pima Junior College down in Tucson, Arizona. There's a fly ball to right field. That one is could drop, but it is foul by about 10 feet. That wind he's pushing that ball, and no one was going to catch it. We were hoping it might drop fair, but the wind just kept carrying it out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brayden Lucart is on deck. He's hitting in the third spot. And the pitch. Fouled out of play on a curveball that was a little high, but you got to protect the plate when you're down 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Ground ball foul outside of first base, and we'll try to do it again. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul again. He's hanging in there. I believe that's the second strike foul this at bat. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. So he stays in there, making a little contact, keeping alive. There's the windup, and here we go. Ball 2 high. Two-two pitch. Ground ball foul outside the third. So that's what, about his fifth foul ball. Keeping the Shagers busy. And here's the pitch. Fouled again. This one way out over the right field stands and into the street and into the parking lot behind the street on the other side of the street. 2-2 pitch. Ball 4 low. Ball 3 low. Again, we invite your comments, anything you want to talk about, right here on Derby Twins Radio, on your YouTube channel. 2-2 pitch, 3-2 pitch, ground ball, second baseman over to first, and that's 2 outs. That ball was hit hard, but the grass is a little high, and it kind of slowed it down, made it a pretty easy play for the second baseman. So 2 outs, so here comes Braden Lucart.
The center fielder, number 21, Braden Lucart.
Lucart flew out to left field his last time. Hit the ball pretty well, but it just kind of floated once it got up in that wind. Second pitch is called strike on the outside corner, and quickly 0-2 on Braden Lucart. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a base hit to left field. Lucart around at first. Ball dies in the grass out there. Left fielder hustles in to pick it up to keep Lucart on first base. So that'll be hit number 2 for the Twins.
First baseman, number 10, Mitchell Birdsall.
Here's Mitch Birdsall playing first base tonight. Caught last night in Wellington in a non-league game and hit a monster home run to left field last night. I believe this is his second home run of the summer. His first pitch to Birdsall. Swing and a miss, and the catcher cannot find the ball, and now he does. It's over by the dugout on the first base side. He wasn't really getting a whole lot of help from his teammates on that I could tell. And going down to second base, that'll be a wild pitch, is Braden Lucart. So we got a runner in scoring position. And strike 1's the count. Stretch in the belt. The pitch inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Haynes on the mound for the Diamond Kings in this Jayhawk League game. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Haynes into the pitch. Fly ball, right field, foul and out of play. Hanging in there, 1-2. Holden Pantier would be next if Birdsall can get on. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Fastball inside, about head high. Ball 2. Haynes shakes off the catcher, wants to go through the signs again. He's got him now. Here comes 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off and out of play, and the count's the same. We'll go back and do it again. What's everybody's plan for the 4th of July this year? Let me know what you guys all going to be doing out there in the country, and we'll share ours with you. 2-2 pitch. That's popped up foul, and it'll float out of play back over and behind the stands on the right field side. So Mitch Birdsall is doing his job and staying alive. All he's looking for is a pitch to hit. Haynes looks in for the sign, wipes it off. He doesn't like it. Still looking now. He's ready. And the pitch, ground ball. It's going to be a little tough one to get him. Throw to first base, and it does get him for the 3rd out. The ball was just hit into the grass about 10 feet in front of home plate off to the 3rd base side. It died there, and the catcher, or the pitcher actually, Haynes came in and got it and threw him out. So that's all for the Twins. No runs a hit, no errors, 1 left. And we go to the top of the 4th inning in a fast-moving ball game. Score: Twins 1, Diamond Kings nothing. We'll be right back.
Have the winning ticket, you will receive half of the amount collected this evening, and the other half will go to the Derby Twins organization. Our half and half sponsor is Shelton Automotive, located at 122 North Georgie, right here in Derby. Shelton Automotive offers automotive repair and maintenance services. The Twins wish you the very best of luck, and thank you for playing.
Landon Hayes, the Dirt Kings pitcher, will be the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 4th inning. See, Cadence Richards' mom is here tonight. I see her downstairs there. I don't know that I see anybody else that I've met yet.
Now batting for the Diamond Kings, the pitcher, number 12, Landon Hayes.
Landon Hayes steps into the right-handed batter's box and will go to work against Harrison Aquero in his 4th inning of work. Here's the first pitch. Stays high, ball 1. Aquero. Inside, ball 2. Harrison's having a little bit of problems with control. He's walked 3 so far. He's behind here in the count 2-0. Swung on, popped high in the air, foul, and it'll be out of play. Behind 3rd base. 2 ball, 1 strike. Two-one pitch. High, 3-1. Let's get this guy right here, Harrison. What do you say? And here's the pitch. Low, ball 4. So, base on balls to open the 4th for the Diamond Kings.
The first baseman, number 23, Jordan Ellison.
Here's Jordan Ellison playing first base tonight, number 23, right-handed hitter. It's into the stretch. Runner leads away at first. Here's the first pitch. Line foul and out of play down the left field line. Ellison really got around on that one quick. Curveball, swing and fouled back on the right side. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner leads away at first base. And the pitch. And did it hit him? Yes, it did. So, nobody out, runners on first and second, and that'll bring up the right fielder, number 2, Carson Smith. Or excuse me, number 2, Gunnar Hewitt, right fielder. So hit by a pitch, the Twins find themselves in a little bit of a jam here. There's the wind, the pitch, in there for the strike. You use a double play ball or a strikeout here. There's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Turn to bunt, and he doesn't. He bunts it foul. Strike 1. Oh, 2 pitch. Ground ball, second baseman over to short, third, first, turn to first, double play, and that's a pitcher's friend right there and a Twins' friend as the ball was hit the second baseman, Bryce Hampton. He flipped it to the shortstop, Warren, who in turn made the turn to first to get the double play. So 4-6-3 on that one. And here's Arriaga. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike. On that play, advancing to third base was Landon Haynes. Curveball, strike 2, 0-2. Hey, oh boy, that wasn't far out. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And he calls strike 3, and that's all for the Diamond Kings on the top of the 4th. The Twins had them. They had first and second with nobody out. We turned to double play and a called strike 3 on the 3rd out, and the Twins are out of it. So Harrison put himself in trouble and got himself out of it. So that's what we want to see. And the Twins will come to the bottom of the 4th with just a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Twin staff have been surveying the parking lot for tonight's cleanest cleanest car in the lot. Tonight's cleanest car is sponsored by Panther Car Wash, located at 1133 Rainbow Drive behind Wendy's off Rock Road in Derby. Tonight's cleanest car does not belong to Todd Sterling. He had that disgusting black Chevy Silverado that was the dirtiest car. Tonight's cleanest car in the lot is a blue Ford Fusion, license plate number 3207ABN. Once again, the cleanest car is a blue Ford Fusion, license plate number 3207ABN. If you're the owner of tonight's cleanest car, please stop by the Twins product table to claim a free car wash from Panther Car Wash and keep that car sparkling clean.
Okay, we're going back here to the top of the fourth inning, and leading off will be the designated hitter, Holden Pantier. Pantier was out. He walked and he was out on a forced play. There's a line drive base hit. That's going to be in there. That's going to be extra bases. Around first is Pantier. He'll cruise into second base with a stand-up double. So that's a way to start the inning off. That brings Kyler Warren to the plate. Kyler's got his brother watching him tonight. Came in as a surprise. Kyler's brother is playing in Omaha at the high school national championship, and they drove to Derby to surprise his brother. He says, Grandpa Ralph is sure proud of both those boys. So, congratulations on that. We appreciate you coming in. Turns the bunt. He does. Bunts it down the first base line. There's no one at first base. This is going to be a race, and I think he's out. You call him safer. So that will be an interesting play. He bunted the ball, and both the first baseman and the pitcher went to get it. The pitcher finally got it, but there wasn't anybody covering first, and he had to try to outrun Kyler Warren to first base, and that's hard to do. And Kyler outran him in an infield hit, and the runner Pantier advances to third, but we got runners on first and third with nobody else here in the bottom of the fourth, and Richard Gutierrez, who singled his last time, is up. There's a stretch pitch in there for a strike. Well, that's pretty cool that Kyler's brother came in from Omaha to surprise him. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low, ball one. Ball two, and there goes the runner, throw to second base, and he's safe. That was kind of a different looking stolen base. I thought maybe they were going to put on something here at third to score the runner, but he went about halfway and kind of slowed down a little bit, then he just kept going, but the throw was off to the right side of second base, and he beat the throw to the bag. So second and third now with nobody out. And Richard Gutierrez, 2-1 count. There's ground ball to the pitcher. And he's thrown out at first base for the first out. That brings up Nolan Hershock.
Right fielder number 35.
Runners on second, third, 1 out. Let's see him pull one in the right field for a hit here. Ball's outside, ball one. No action, left-hander throwing in the Diamond King bullpen. Let's see what happens here. There's a fly ball to out in left field, going out as the third baseman, going out as the first baseman, and neither one of them can find it. It's in foul territory, as there were three guys circulating around that baseball, and it fell between all three of them. In all fairness to him, that they were bowling that ball back in toward the infield, so it wasn't really an easy play. 1 ball, 1 strike. I like to see this pitcher give Nolan Herchuk a ball he can pull. Twins could really use some more runs. High, ball 2. 2-1. Landon Hayes, the right-hander from the Diamond Kings, out on the mound. There's the stretch. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Now we're 3-1. On deck is Bryce Hampton. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play, and the count goes full. Just need contact here. Need to advance these runners. Three and 2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. This will score 1 run, and they won't get Herchuk. The ball was hit not really that hard, but just in the right spot. Third baseman couldn't get to it. It got past him, and then the shortstop went way to his right to get the ball in the hole and picked up the ball, but he had no play on anybody. And on the play, RBI single for Nolan Herchuk, as Hampton comes in to score. Here's Bryce Hampton. Swing and foul right straight back. Had a good cut at that one. So infield hit for Nolan Herchuk and an RBI. So the Twins are up 2-0 right now. Fouled back on a pitch that maybe was inside a little bit, but he's battling it, so I'm not going to say anything bad about that at all. Bryce is a freshman to be at Washington State University. Just finished his senior year in high school at Bozeman, Montana. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner, and swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's a throw him out, strike him out, double play. As the runners were going, and it was a high pitch. Bryce covering for the runners, swung and missed, and they threw out Kyler Warren at third base. That's all for the Twins, but they did come up with 1 run on 2 hits. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So we go to the top of the 5th. Twins leading 2-0. Harrison Aquero comes out for his 5th inning of work here in the top of the 5th. Harrison has walked 4 guys, but on the other side of that coin, he has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Diamond Kings tonight. 4 walks and 8 strikeouts. 2, 4, 7 strikeouts, not 8, 7. Maybe we'll get the 8th one here coming up right now. Leading off in the top of the 5th, the catcher, Carson Smith. Smith tonight has struck out his only time up. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Curveball in for strike 1. Ball 1. Popped up foul. This will be out of play on the right side. And the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Diamond Kings have yet to have a hit tonight. They've been on for 4 walks and 1 error by the Twins, but that's all. One-two pitch. Down low. Ball 2. It'll be Carson Smith up here, followed by Mason Cherry and Luke Stuckey, the first 3 hitters for the Diamond Kings here in the 5th. Foul back and out of play, and the count stays the same at 2-2. Here's the stretch and the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. Strikeout number 8. I was just a little ahead of myself, Aaron. That is the 8th strikeout for Harrison Aguero, and this brings Mason Cherry, center fielder, coming in. He has walked his only time up, left-handed batter. Here's the wind up, the pitch. Turns, squares the bunt, doesn't, and it's strike 1. Nothing doing in the Twins bullpen. Take a little bit off that ball, and it's strike 2. That must have been a little bit of a changeup. Was that? Is that what that was, Coach Ward? Yeah. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Wind has kind of backed off a little bit, maybe blowing about 20 miles an hour now. Oh, nice kid, nice slider right over the outside part of the plate. Called strike 3, and for his 9th strikeout. Here's Luke Stuckey, the left fielder. Steps in. He struck out his only time up tonight so far. Aguero in the stretch, and his first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike. A lot of off-speed pitches, which have kept the Diamond King hitters, for the most part, really off balance. There's a fly ball into center field. Coming in is Lukehart. He calls everybody off and makes the play, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Twins up 2-0, and we'll come back here in just a minute.
Tickets that you received when you entered Panther Field this evening, it's time for our family game giveaway. Featuring giveaways from Applebee's, MJB Heating and Cooling, American Shaman CBD of Derby, Smith Chiropractic, Legends Nutrition, and Little Buster.
Hello from California.
Tonight's family game winning
The
ticket
score.
is 764551.
Twins ahead 2-0.
This is those green tickets that you received when you entered Panther Field this evening. Winning ticket number is 764551. Please bring your winning ticket to the product table to collect your prizes.
You recognize that number? Glad you're listening from California. Who is it that texted me? Wants to know what the score is. It is 2-0. Twins come to the top, or excuse me, the top of the lineup in the bottom of the fifth as Tyler Otts steps in. Tyler tonight,
Number 2.
0 for 2. Excuse me, 0 for 1. He walked his first time up and got called out this last time up on strikes. Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Here's the windup, the pitch. Ball 2 outside, 2-0. Need to get Tyler on base here. That would be the best way to start this inning. There's a ground ball at the shortstop. He's up with it. Throw over to first, and the first out of the inning is in the books. Ground shortstop to first for the first out against Tyler Otts. It brings up the third baseman, number 5, Caden Richards. Over 2 tonight. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Caden is lined out to the shortstop and bounced back to the pitcher. There's a swing and a foul off to the right side, and the count is quickly 0-2. On deck is Braden Lucart. 0-2 pitch coming on the way. Ball. And it's 1-2. That's a curveball that missed on the inside part of the plate. Wind up. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit to right. Oh, no, the first baseman tried to get there. He got to it, got it in his glove, kicked it out of his glove to the second baseman who tried to throw it to first base, but not in time. I'm going to call that a hit. Ball's hit pretty well. The first baseman barely got to it. And when he got to it, he kicked it with his foot out of his glove and kicked it to the second baseman who tried to throw out Lucart, but wasn't even close. So that's an infield hit for Lucart, or not Lucart, excuse me, that's Caden Richards. I apologize for that. That was Caden Richards I was talking about. Lucart is batting now. He steps in. Here's the stretch from the belt to Lucart. Popped up foul and out of play. 4, strike 1. Popped up on the infield. This is this foul. It may drift out of here. I'm not sure. And it hits the top of the dugout. Hit the top of the first base dugout. That was a towering fly ball. Started out, I thought it was going to be a foul pop-up to the first baseman, but the wind took it out of here and hit the top of the first base dugout and bounded out. So 0-2, that saved Braden. He'll get another swing at it. 1 out. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Line foul and out of play over the left side. On deck is Mitch Birdsall. There's a stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. There's a stolen base to second, and he is safe. Richards took that, which was pretty close to the strike. He didn't miss by much. And I was thinking, uh-oh, here we go. Throw him out, strike out, throw him out. But it was ball 2, I believe. Here's a stretch with Caden Richards at second base. And the ball gets away from the catcher inside, and Richards doesn't go anywhere. Two balls, 2 strikes. There's a little tapper right back to the pitcher, and he'll get a Lucard at first base, and Richards has to stay put at second. Now, pitcher to first for Braden Lucard for the second out, and that brings up Mitch Birdsall. Birdsall was called out on strikes, and he's bounced back to the pitcher. Base hit sure would be nice here. Maybe bring home that third Twins run. Stretch from the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A little left-handed action going on in the Diamond King bullpen. Little action going on in the Twins bullpen. I'm not sure. He might be just throwing a pin out there. Oh, 0-1 on Mitch Birdsall. He almost called that a strike. He wanted to, and it's a little bit outside, so he let it go, and it's 1-1. Here's a stretch from the belt. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Inside. Ball 2. Two-one pitch. Ground ball in the hole at third. He can't make the play, and it goes on into left field. But Caden Richards stays at second base smartly. Is that a hit? No. That'll be an error on the third baseman. And here's Holden Pantier, who doubled it last time and scored. So we got runners on first and second with 2 outs, excuse me. And Holden Pantier steps in. First pitch, curveball outside. Pantier doubled to right field his last time up. And there's a fastball on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. I would guess the pitcher in the bullpen of the Diamond Kings is ready to go. He's leaning against the fence. 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. And the count goes to 1-2. Kyler Warren is in the on-deck circle. And the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. He's up with it. Throws. He can't make the throw to short started to second. He looked like he was going to throw to second for the force, and that didn't work. So he had to turn and throw to first, and he did get Pantier. So the Twins are out of it. No runs. On one hit, one error, two left. After 5, the Twins are ahead 2-0. And we'll be right back.
You'll receive Applebee's cards for free food at a local Applebee's. Our sponsor for tonight's trivia question is Miller Electric, located at 629 North Georgia Avenue, right here in Derby. They offer residential and commercial electrical services. Tonight's trivia question is, what celebrity pitched for the LA Dodgers in 2015 during spring training? Once again, what celebrity pitched for the LA Dodgers in 2015 spring training? Head on down to the product table if you know the answer. Now batting for the Diamond Kings, the shortstop, number 5, Jackson Ellison.
Here's Jackson Ellison leads off for the Diamond Kings here in the top of the 6th inning. Leadoff hitter. First pitch, low ball 1. He has walked twice. We do have a little action going on in the Twins bullpen. I'm not sure who it is. You can't read from here, but we do have a little action. There's foul back and out of play on the left side. It'll be Jackson Ellison, Brady Boomsma, and pitcher Landon Haynes. The first 3 hitters for Diamond Kings here in the 6th inning. A little slider on the outside corner. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Ball 2. Kind of short arm that one in there. Didn't. 2-2. Fouled on a slider that was on the outside part of the plate. Two-two pitch coming to Ellison. Didn't miss by much, but he's outside for ball 3. 3-2. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. High ball 4. So he's walked all 3 times. The Twins have walked way too many guys tonight. We were getting better at that until tonight. And now we are back to where we don't need to be. Brady Boomsma comes in. He has lined into a double play and been caught looking. So this is his 3rd time. The Twins with Ellison on first base. Puts on his runner's glove. How you like that, Grandpa? He's wearing they even have runner's gloves now. His first pitch fouled right straight back. They have more equipment for baseball players than anything I've ever seen in my life. Oh well, I guess they need it. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. And we're 0-2. Runner leads the way. There he goes, and here comes the throw. He's got the chance, and he's got him at second base. Nice pitch. Great pitch to throw on. And Gutierrez put it right on the money and had him by a couple steps. So there's the first out of the inning. Out stealing, that would be 2-4, I believe it is. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. And the pitch count goes to 3-2 as that ball's outside. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Harrison Aquero. Oh, boy, he barely missed on that one, and he just walked his second batter of the inning. Now, he hasn't given up a hit yet.
The pitcher, number 12, Landon Haynes.
Here's Landon Haynes. Haynes tonight has walked and been caught looking. First pitch on the way from Harrison Aquero over to first instead, and he's back safely. Looks like the pitcher's ready out in the Twins bullpen if they need him. So first pitch on, or this next pitch is pops fouling out of play. Excuse me. These kind of games just have a habit of kind of lulling you to sleep, and not much going on anywhere. Runner leads away at first. Here comes the next pitch. Fastball inside. Ball one. One ball, one strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here comes 1-2 pitch. Didn't miss by much on a curveball. Low and away. Ball two. 2-2. It's become cloudy here, overcast a little bit. Wind still blowing in from left field sometimes. Sometimes it's coming in from straight center field a little bit, so it's back and forth. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Down and away. Ball three. So, this might be the pitch of the game for Harrison Aquero, even though he hasn't given up a hit. Here it comes. There's a fly ball to center field. It'll be caught right in the tracks as Braden Lukehart. He's there and makes the catch for out number two.
The first baseman, number 23, Jordan Ellison.
Here's Jordan Ellison. He's struck out once and he walked too. First pitch in there for a strike. Fastball on the right, on the outside part of home plate. No balls, one strike. Here's his next. Down low and gets away from Gutierrez, but he's keeping an eye on the runner at first base and got back to the ball pretty quickly. So 1-1. I guess you got to have these kind of games every now and then. instead of the 10 run games. Here's the stretch. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2 on the ball's right down the middle on that one. Fastball. 1-2. Throw over to first. May not want to do that too often. That one, Birdsall had to dick out of the dirt. Here's the pitch. Fastball high. 2-2. Deuces wild on a scoreboard. 2 runs or 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-0. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back.
Once again, our foul ball sponsor is Shelton Collision Repair, located at 325 West Patriot, right here in Derby.
So we'll do it again for about the 3rd time. There's a fly ball hit deep into center field going back. If the wind's going to hold it up and making the play is Braden Lukehart for the 3rd out. That one was hit right into the teeth of the wind. And though it was hit pretty well, Lukehart just had to take a few steps back to haul it in. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Twins on top of a 2-0 score.
We want to thank Steve and Peggy Minson with Miller Electric for sponsoring tonight's trivia question. Call them today at 316-788-0471 for any electrical services. New pitcher, 22. Easton Roth. Now pitching for the Diamond Kings, number 22, Easton Roth.
Okay, back here at Panther Field as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We have a new pitcher for the Diamond Kings, number 22, left-hander Ethan Roth. Got a little story to tell you about Ethan. We've been around here long enough. We've seen a lot of these kids grow up. This kid was, I remember when he was like 3 or 4 years old. His mom and dad was a host family for the Twins back in the, goodness sakes, had to be the early 2000s. Well, it had to be probably around 2008, 2009 maybe, somewhere around there. And here he is, coming back to face the Twins. And he'll face the pride of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the brother of the young man playing for the National High School Championship in Omaha. Kyler Warren steps in. He had a bunt single his last time. Fastball inside, ball 1. There's fouled back, and the strike is, the count is 1-1. Kyler has got on the fielder's choice and has a bunt single. Here's a stretch from the belt. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he took something off that. Strike 2. There's a ground ball, a third baseman up with the play. Throw to first is wide and goes up the line a little ways. There goes to second base, Kyler Warren. As the first base, the throw was wide and high, and that'll be an error on a third baseman. Going to second base on that will be Kyler Warren.
Now batting for your Derby Twins, the catcher, number 15.
That's the third error of the evening for the Diamond Kings. Here's Richard Gutierrez. First pitch, low, ball one. Gutierrez has got a single and bounced out to the pitcher. So we got the leadoff runner on second base, leadoff hitter on second base, so I guess he still would be the leadoff runner also. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike two, 1-2. Richard Gutierrez swinging right through those for the last two pitches, so we'll see if he can make contact here. Outside, ball two. 2-2. Needs to make contact to move that base runner. Didn't miss by much, but missed, and the count goes full. And he walked him, ball four. And those pitches weren't too bad pitches either, but he did draw a walk, and we got runners on first and second. Nobody out, and here comes Nolan Herchok.
The right fielder, number 35, Nolan Herchok.
Nolan had an RBI his last time up with a base hit to deep short. He turns to bunt, and he pulls it back, and it's a wild pitch. The catcher doesn't know where it's at, and it's finally back to the screen, and both runners move up to second and third. Pitch was down in the dirt and was a wild pitch. Herchok squared the bunt and then pulled his bat back, and the catcher couldn't find the baseball after that. So runners on second and third with nobody out. Herchok is also walked, I believe. Ball two outside. Two balls, no strikes. Left-hander against left-hander. Ground fouled back to the screen, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oops. K&S Liquor.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Bryce Hampton. There's a foul ball lined down the right field line and into the bullpen on the right field side. And it counts 3-2. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Twins. No runs, no hits for the Diamond Kings. And he walks it on the full count, and that loads the bases. That brings up Bryce Hampton.
The second baseman, number 4, Bryce Hampton.
First baseman Jordan Ellison comes over there to talk to the pitcher a little bit, settle him down a little bit, and you don't really see much action going on in the bullpen down the right field side for the Diamond Kings. Hampton today is, well, he's got him struck out. I believe he also lined out. First pitch in for a strike. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Starting to get toward dusk here in Derby. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul. And Coach Flax makes a one-handed bare-handed play. That's what got him to Tabor when he was a younger man. 0-2. Inside, ball one. Just telling you a little about Bryce Hampton. They don't have high school baseball in Montana. Ground ball back to the pitcher underneath his glove. Here's steps on second for one and first. Double play, run scores. That ball went underneath the pitcher's glove. It wasn't hit that hard, and it rolled right to second base. Shortstop picked it up, stepped on second, and threw out Hampton at first for a double play. All the while, Kyler Warren scored his second run of the evening. So now it's 3-0. And Richard Gutierrez goes to third base. Here's Tyler Lawton. There's a little nubber down to the shortstop, and he picks it off. And that's all for the Twins in the sixth inning. 1 run, no hits,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our half and half drawing.
1 error,
Please pull out those white tickets.
and 1 left.
Purchased from Aiden O'Malley and Nate Herchuk. They collected a total of $134, so the winner this evening will take home $67. Tonight's half and half winning ticket number is 325546. Once again, the half and half winning ticket number is 325546. We'd like to thank everyone who purchased a ticket for their support of the Derby Twins and our half and half sponsor, Sheldon Automotive. Call them at 316-927-2390 for all your automotive repair and maintenance needs. Please take your winning ticket to our product table for your winnings.
Got a new pitcher for the Twins. Coming in. Luis Diaz comes in to take over here in the top of the 7th for Harrison Aquero.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for your Derby Twins, number 37, Luis Diaz.
Luis, be a sophomore at Cochise Junior College out in Douglas, Arizona. He comes in tonight. See if we can find his stats for you. He's been in 6 games, thrown 11 innings, 12 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned runs, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts, and an ERA of 4.91. He has no record, so he will try to extend his pitching here in the next few innings and see what bring the Twins a victory. Go to the top of the 7th inning. So Harrison Aquero went at 6. Harrison struck out 9, but he walked 6, so I'm sure he'd exchange those walks for outs.
Now batting for the Diamond Kings, the right fielder number 2, Gunnar Hewitt.
Here's Gunnar Hewitt, right fielder. Bounced out twice, once on a force play and once to the second baseman to first. Hewitt steps in, and Luis Diaz goes to work. Fastball high, ball one. High, ball two. Got a problem with some of these Twins relievers is we just haven't been able to throw strikes here. Outside, ball three. Three-zero pitch from Diaz. In there for a strike, as Gunnar Hewitt thought he had a free pass, but that was the best pitch of the four so far. 3-1. Popped up foul, and I don't think anybody's going to get to it. Chasing it was Caden Richards, and he would have been the closest to it, but he couldn't catch up with it. So count goes to 3-2. Come on, Louise. Set him down. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he got him on the outside corner. Hewitt didn't really believe it. He was off running toward first base, but that ball was right on the corner. Good pitch by Diaz. Way to come back. Here's Carlos Arriaga, right-handed hitter. First pitch on the way, outside, ball one. There's a fly ball lifted out to right field, right at in his steps, Noah Herchok, and he'll bring it in for the second out. He didn't have to move much for that one. Right in his steps. Here's number 26, Carson Smith comes in. He struck out twice. And Luis Diaz first offering to him. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Strike one. Twins scored one in the second, one in the fourth, and one in the sixth. Nice slider in there on the inside part of home plate for strike two, 0-2. Twins going for their sixth straight victory tonight. Oh, 2 pitch. Line drive off the glove of Smith, or Richards at third, and that's a base hit. Yeah, I guess is that a hit? Yeah. So first hit of the night for the Twins. Mason Cherry steps in. First hit of the night for the Diamond Kings, excuse me. Ball outside, ball one. One 0 pitch, there goes the runner. Swing and a miss, throw to second, and he is going to be out at second base, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the top of the seventh inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. After 6.5, go to the seventh inning stretch. The Twins leading the Diamond Kings 3-0. I was mentioning earlier the Twins are trying to win their 6th game in a row, and we've been playing better. We really have. Pitching better, not walking as many, except for this ball game maybe, but those have improved. You know, guys pitching well, fielding well, hitting well. But we're just about getting ready to run into a buzzsaw here in the next few days as we take a couple of days off for the All-Star break, and then we jump right back in with against Hutchinson for 2 and against the Augusta Cannons for 2, and it's the same schedule as we faced the first time in the same order. And we're going from facing an awful lot of lower 80s to mid 80 pitching here, and we're kind of used to it. That's going to bump up when we face Hutchinson and also the Augusta Cannons, because they got guys, their pitchers are anywhere from low 90s to very high 80s. So we're going to see a lot better pitching, and we're going to have to make the adjustment because we need to win those games if we can. Caden Richards steps in. He's got parents in town, grandparents in California. He's got everybody looking at him here, watching him. First pitch, fastball outside. Ball 2. Richards tonight. He's got an infield single out of 3 trips. Also bounced out to the pitcher and lined out at the third baseman. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a ground ball hit sharply at the shortstop. He's up with it, long throw to first, and Caden Richards is out for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring Braden Lukart to the plate.
The center fielder number 21, Braden Lukart.
Lucart's got a single and 3 tries tonight. First pitch on the outside part of the plate, breaking pitch in there for a strike. Got a little action going on the Twins pen, maybe seeing a pitching change here coming up at the end of this inning. We'll wait and see. Outside corner fastball, strike 2. Young man Ethan Roth doing a pretty good job here in relief. Left-hander. 0-2 pitch. Down low, ball 1. Mitch Birdsall's on deck. Roth looks in for his 1-2 pitch. He's got the signal. Here it comes the pitch. Low ball. 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Oh, they want to strike 3 on that. The catcher's getting ready to throw the ball around the horn, and it was not called. The ball must have been a little bit low. 3-2. There's a long fly ball to right field. We'll see what the wind does with that one. It's back, off the wall. And here comes second base Lukart, and that'll be a long double. That ball hit the wall in the air. I thought maybe he caught it, but he did not catch it, the right fielder. So that'll be a double with 1 out in the 7th inning. Ball, normal night, that ball's a home run. Second hit of the night for Lukart, and here's Mitch Birdsall. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 1. On deck, Holden Pantier. Surprised I haven't seen any fireworks tonight yet. I guess it's early still. Ball 2 inside. Now that wind is blowing in straight from center field. Now it turns and goes straight out of the left field again. It's coming in anyway. Pretty good clip again. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 2-1. It's probably in the 30 to 35 mile an hour range now. It's whipping pretty good. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A little lagging on that swing. 2-2, 1 out. Holden Pantier standing in the on deck circle. Here comes Ross' pitch. Inside, ball 3. So this baby is Ethan Ross' game to finish because they're not doing anything out in the bullpen on the first base side. Actually, nothing on the Twins side either right now. Here comes the pitch. There's a line drive base hit to left field. Stopping at third would be Lukart, and Birdsall is on first with a hit.
The designated hitter, number 14, Holden.
That is actually with Birdsall's second hit of the night, too. The Twins have 8 hits tonight. Here's Holden Pantier. Steps in. He's got a double down the right field line. Steps in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. He's 1 for 3. He's been out 5-4 and also bounced out to the shortstop. There's a fastball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. On deck, Kyler Warren. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Outside, 1-2. No one doing anything on the bases right now. No one looks like they're looking to run or anything, so we'll see what happens here. Here's the pitch. Ball 2 low. Sure wouldn't hurt to get another insurance run here. Stay out of 2. Stay out of a double play. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive, and that's a double play. Over to first baseman. No, he couldn't make the play. That was a line drive right at the second baseman. Birdsall took off. Second baseman caught it, tried to make a throw back to first base. If the throw would have been a good throw, they would have had him. But the throw was in the dirt, and the first baseman couldn't come up with it. So 2 out, and Kyler Warren.
Number 8, Kyler Warren.
There's a fly ball to right field, and that will end it. The 7th inning anyway, and that's all for the Twins. No runs a hit. No errors and 1 man left. 2 men left, excuse me. So the score 3-0 going to the top of the 8th. The Twins leading. Hope to see the parents at the All-Star game. If you can't make it, you can still listen and watch it, courtesy of the Hayesville Aviators. Go to their website, hayesvilleaviators.com. Go and they'll have a hookup for the All-Star game that you can listen to, and I believe it's audio and video. So if you'd like to listen to the All-Star game, see it, and see our guys there, and 8 of our guys playing, we invite you to go to the Hayesville Aviator website and see the game tomorrow and listen to it. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's going to be number 8, Mason Cherry. Here's the first pitch from Luis Diaz. Slider in there for a strike. Twins leading 3-0. Top of the 8th. The only hit that the Diamond Kings have is a line drive off the glove of the third baseman Richards last inning. There's a ground ball to Richards. He's got it to throw over to first, and there's 1 out in the inning. Nice play by Caden Richards. The ball was hit on the outer half of the grass, and it was heading toward foul territory. He picked it up on a second bounce and made a nice throw across the infield to get Mason Cherry. That'll bring up Luke Stuckey. Stuckey tonight has struck out and flied out to center. And the first pitch in there, forced ball one actually. Excuse me. And the pitch. In there, strike. He held up on a swing, but the ball was in the strike zone, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back. Outside. Ball 2. 2-2. Richard Gutierrez, the catcher tonight, has quietly, I'm going to say that, and strike 3, struck him out. Out number 2 is a punch out, and this brings the top of the line at Jackson Ellison. Saying about Richard Gutierrez, he has quietly jumped to the top of the averages in batting for the Twins. He's now hitting .378. He's got 14 hits and 37 at bats. So he has quietly just kind of crawled up over the top of everybody else and taken the lead there. Fastball in there, ball 2. I think it's ball 2. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Two and 0, 2 out. We're in the 8th. Ball 3, 3-0. Diaz's pitch. In there for a strike. Rang umpire didn't know what the count was right there, and he rang him up on strike one. That hitter looked at him like, "What? Oops." Said that was one of your oops. 3 balls, 1 strike, and he does walk him there. So, I think that's Ellison's 4th base on balls tonight.
The second baseman, number 4, Brady Boomsma.
Here's Brady Boomsma with 2 out. There's the fireworks are starting. First pitch in there for strike 1. Here comes Diaz's second pitch. Outside fastball. Ball 1. Fastball outside, ball 2. Two and one, excuse me. 2 out, top of the 8th. Outside, ball 3. Need to get him out here. Tying run is in the on deck circle. Swing. Fouled back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Louise. Throw a strike right here. Let's get this guy out. Let's get back. Get everybody off the field here. Stares in. He's got his sign he wants. Here goes the 3-2 pitch. Ooh, inside on a slider. And that brings the tying run to the plate. Gutierrez calls timeout. He's going to go out and talk to Diaz a little bit. So that's another walk. And that sends Ellison to second base and Boomsma to first. There's action in the Twins bullpen. Can't really tell who it is.
Number 12, Landon Haynes.
Here's Landon Haynes. He's the designated hitter tonight. 2 out. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Up with it is Kyler Warren, flipping it to Hampton, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Twins still holding on to a 3-0 lead. We got some scores in the Jayhawk Collegiate League tonight. First game of a doubleheader, the Great Bend Batcats beat the Newton Rebels 7-1. In the second game of that doubleheader, they're leading in the bottom of the second, 1-0. Also playing tonight is the Wichita Dirtbags against the Hutchinson Monarchs. We don't have no score on that over in Hutchinson. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th here,
Now batting for your Derby Twins, a catcher.
in Derby,
Number 15, Richard Gutierrez.
Richard Gutierrez steps in. He walked his last time up. Holding up play for some reason, I'm not sure why, but now we're ready. Here's the first pitch. High fastball, ball 1. Nolan Hershok is on deck. Bryce Hampton will get a chance to bat this inning. There's one fouled off to the right side and out of the ballpark for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swung right through that one. No ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Richard Gutierrez. Outside, ball 2. Got a left-hander throwing a little bit in the Diamond Kings bullpen. I don't know if he's just losing it up because pretty sure that Les Roth gets in trouble here. High, ball 3. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. So we'll do it again. Trying to find something to talk about, but there's not a whole lot to talk about right now. It's a pretty dull game. There's a base hit to left field. And Richard Gutierrez continues his hot hitting. As that's his second hit of the ball game.
The right fielder, number 35, Nolan Hershok.
Here's Nolan Hershok. He's hit the ball in the nose and doesn't have a whole lot to show for it. Does have an RBI on it when he hit into a double play. First pitch, ball 1. But he has hit the ball in the nose a couple times. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Orth looks in for a sign. He's got the little left-hander squares, and Hershok wants to bunt it, puts it down, and fouls it off. Orth's got his sign. 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside, almost hit him. Ball 2. Fastball that didn't miss him by much. Two and 2. Outside, ball 3. I don't think Gutierrez will be running on this, but I've seen stranger things happen, so I'm not going to say. Here's the stretch from the belt. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Gutierrez was not running, which was good.
The second baseman, number 4.
First out of the 8th,
Hampton.
Bryce Hampton comes in to hit. First pitch to him. In there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. There's a line drive base hit in the left field. Good piece of hitting for Bryce Hampton right there. Runner advances to second. So runners on first and second with one out.
The left fielder number 2, Tyler Ott.
Goes back to the top of the lineup, and Tyler Ott comes in to hit against left-hander Orth. Now, like we were talking about last night, if the algorithms are correct, the Twins scored no runs in the first, 1 in the second, none in the third, 1 in the fourth, none in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, none in the seventh. It's time to score. First pitch outside. There's the stretch. Here's the pitch. Courtesy strike on the outside part of the plate, the way outside part of the plate. 1-1. Ott's playing left field tonight. And here's the pitch. Ground ball, could be 2. Over to second for 1, back to first, and it is a double play. So, second baseman got the ball, ran to the bag, only had to take 2 steps to the bag, threw the ball, and barely got bang bang to get Otts for a double play. So that's all for the Twins in the 8th. No runs, a couple hits, no errors, and 1 left. So we go into the top of the 9th. The Twins leading 3-0. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for your Derby Twins, number 19, Alex Ronk.
New pitcher in the 9th inning for the Twins, Alex Ronk, number 19, will be in the ball game. Ronk's lines if I can find it. Actually, has he not pitched this year? Oh, here he is. He's only pitched in 2 games, 2 innings pitched. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, of course, and 2 base on balls, 4 strikeouts, and no earned run average. So here's Jordan Ellison steps in. First pitch fouled back to the screen. Ellison playing first base. He has struck out, hit into a double play, and flew out to center. Fastball outside. Ball 1, excuse me. Now the fireworks are starting to show up in the sky a little bit. Ball 2 low. Two 1 pitch. Fastball, outer half of home plate, strike 2, 2-2. Curveball, stayed up, 3-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and that's out number 1 in the 9th inning. That brings up Gunnar Hewitt. Right fielder. Wrong's first pitch in there for a strike. Next home broadcast will be next, what does that be, next Wednesday night when we played Hutchinson here. We'll be at Hutchinson on Tuesday. You can tag into that game by hitting the website, and Keith will get you there, and you can listen to their broadcast of that game. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a fly ball lifted out to left field. Drifting back is Tyler Otts, and he'll make the play, and that's 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
The third baseman, number 44, Carlos Arriaga.
Here's Carlos Arriaga, struck out twice, once swinging, once looking, and is flied out to right field. First pitch, tried to throw a breaking ball, stayed in, ball 1. There's pitch low, ball 2. Let's close this one out. Let's get we need a W right here. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually, that was a 2-0 pitch. 2-1 now. Fastball, strike 2. Oh, fastball outside corner, called strike 3, and that is your ball game. Final score, Derby Twins 3, Wichita Diamond Kings nothing, and that's all for the tonight here on Derby Twins Baseball. Again, tune in, eight Twins on the All-Star team. They'll be playing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Hit the Hayesville Aviators website, and you'll be able to listen to that game. And I'm believing it's all in video, too, so you'll be able to see that game, I believe. But you'll hear it at least. That's at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and we'll be back Tuesday night over in Hutchinson for the first of a 2-game set with the Hutch Monarchs. So, final score tonight, 3-0 from Derby. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you on next Wednesday. Good night.